with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So the podcasting studio is coming together. I picked up the desk today from fucking Wang. I called the cunt up and he's like, I come down here. He's like, I'll come down and help. I'm like, yeah, come down and help what? Just let me in, cunt. Anyway, fucking Wang comes down and he looked like he fucking worked in a biohazard lab or some shit. He looked like he was one of the fucking scientists working at the Wuhan lab. I swear to God, I haven't seen someone in so much protective gear since COVID started. So fucking Wang is decked out with double mask. He's got a full fabric mask covering like half his face. He's got an N95 proper mask over the top of that. He's got his fucking glasses on, and then over the top of his glasses, he's got full-on safety goggles. I didn't know you could get COVID through your eyeballs, but I guess the Chinese know a little bit more than us. That would make the Chinese eyes inbuilt safety mechanism if you could get it through your eyes. Anyway, fucking Wang doesn't want to get within like fucking 6 meters of me. He's like, do you have a mask? I'm like, no, I don't have a mask. He's like, you need mask. You need mask. I'm like, I don't have a mask. He's like, my housemates don't want you to come inside without a mask. I'm like, hey, you're worried about me. I'm the one who should be worried. I'm about to step foot in a fucking 1-bedroom apartment with like 14 Chinese people living in it. I'm the one who should have a fucking biohazard suit on. I'm like, I don't have a mask. And he's like, this is a problem. I can't let you upstairs. I'm like, well, what the fuck are we going to do here, Wang? What the fuck are we going to do? Because I just fucking drove half an hour out here and it took me another 20 minutes to find a fucking car park. And he's like, I'm going to go back upstairs. And I'm like, what are you going back upstairs for? He's like, I'm not sure. I'm like, how about this? How about you go upstairs, you speak to your fucking housemates, and you and your housemate fucking carry it downstairs and just leave it here for me. He's like, yeah, we could do that. We'll see. I'm like, what are you going to see? He's like, I'll just go upstairs and see if my housemate will help me. I'll call you. So he goes upstairs, doesn't call me. I'm waiting there. And then fucking Wang comes downstairs with his lab partner and the fucking desk. And fucking Wang's lab partner is just as decked out as him. He's also in the biohazard business. So I check out this fucking desk. I'm like, yeah, all right, no worries. I'll take it. And Wang's like, it was 110, yeah? And I'm like, yeah, 110. Here it is. And I handed him over a 50 and 3 20s. And he he gets it in his hands and he looks at it, but his goggles have fogged up so much he can't see the fucking actual money. So he goes to his lab partner. He's like, can you count the money for me? And fucking old mate's glasses have fogged up as well. So I've got 2 fucking Wuhan scientists here not being able to count the fucking money. And they don't want to take the fucking glasses off either. I'm like, it's a 50 and 3 20s, all right? You're either going to have to take your goggles off or take my word for it. And then I just picked up the table and fucking walked off. I'm like, those cunts have a long life ahead of them. They were taking their COVID safety to extreme lengths. It was weird. I was thinking about it later and I was like, maybe they've got a flight coming up to China or something and they don't want to get COVID because they don't want to get executed when they reach China. So it really is a life or death situation for the Wang. I wish I did have a mask though, because I wanted to fucking go upstairs and see what was going on in the Wang household. But I haven't had a mask in a long time. You still get a few people wearing masks here as well, and there's no mask mandate at all. It's like, come on. Just fucking get COVID. It's embarrassing now. A lot of people I know have been getting COVID again as well. My mate Shawnee boy, he got COVID and he is unvaccinated as well. And on top of that, he is one fat bastard. And on top of that, he is one alcoholic son of a bitch and he darts hard as well. I actually recommended I said to him, I think you should probably take the vaccine. If anyone should, it's you. The vaccine was literally made for you. But he was fine. He said it was a few days of like getting the sweats and shit like that. So he's used to that anyway. He wouldn't be able to tell whether it's COVID or the DTs. COVID would actually be some relief to how he would normally wake up. Just in a fucking anxiety-riddled fucking panic every morning at 4 a.m. COVID must have been like a vacation for him. Shawnee got it, fucking comedian I know got it. They still do nothing to treat it here as well. They're just like, go home, fucking ride it out, baby. If you get really, really, really like almost about to die sick, then come in. Come in then and we'll isolate you completely from your family and you can die alone. I must be due for COVID pretty soon. I can't believe I've dodged it for this long. I've taken virtually zero precautions in the last 2 years. Except the ivermectin, of course. How's this? I fucking was watching the news today. I wasn't actively watching the news. My wife was watching something and the news popped up. But this fat cunt comes on, a doctor, and they're talking about the flu, the common cold. And now there's a little bit of a concern. The flu is going to run rampant this year because everyone's been fucking locked up and whatever. You know what's happened over the last couple of years. So no one's really taken the flu vaccine in the last 2 years either. So they're fucking talking about a vaccine drive for the flu. That's what people want. More vaccine drives. Take your flu shot. Come in for your 4th booster. Just fucking jack up, cunts. Anyway, that's not the point of the story. This fat doctor, he comes on and he's like, we're expecting about 3,500 deaths from the flu this year, which is normal. That's a normal flu season. So just some more good news on the news. Something's gonna fucking get ya. Something is on its way to relieve you of your life. Anyway, I'm gonna go set this desk up, sort out the podcast studio so I can fucking begin podcasting from it tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around and I'll see you the fuck later.